Yeah, sometimes you have to be a Karen. But anyway, I'm sad that someone probably had to get into trouble for that to happen. But people should just do their jobs, right? You know what I mean? If you want to wear different Nike sneakers every single day, I can maintain it for the weekend. But Monday to Sunday, I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. I don't even wear different shoes every day. I even looked up the email of the Vice Chancellor and I put it in there. And in the email I wrote, I have CC'd the following people in this email. Oh, just call me Millie. Morning, guys. Please don't ask me what I'm wearing. I'm in my house. But yeah, I had my exam yesterday. My first French exam. So there's like 4 papers. Yesterday I wrote 2 of them. I had my listening and my comprehension. I think it went good. I think I might have fumbled a little bit on the listening because I got a bit distracted, and there's a point where I didn't hear exactly what was happening. And they don't like play the audio many times. It's just like twice. They first play the audio just for you to hear it. Then they let you see the questions. Then they play it once more. So like you have to go through the whole paper like listening. I guess that's the whole point of it, so that you can listen fast on your feet. Because in real life, you don't really get to listen to conversations twice. You know, you can ask someone to repeat something, but they'll probably just repeat it like once until they're like, do you understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I think that went well. So I have my oral tomorrow. That's Thursday. My oral, I think it's oral comprehension and oral production. Production is what? It's like creative writing, basically, so that they see how well you are when writing creatively. Yeah, so that's what I have tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that. I think I usually prefer the oral because that way you just do it and it's out of the way. It's usually 3 minutes, but yeah, it's okay. My French is like probably, I don't know, could I say, I can't say that my French is better than it was last year, but it is more accessible. I think that's the best way to put it. Like I actually now can actually have thoughts, like I'll be thinking by myself, Millicent, and those thoughts are in French. Before, that never used to happen. Every time I hear something, I feel the urge to translate it to English first, and then that's how I process it. Martin is calling me. Yes, Martin? Come this side. Come to my office. Remember, we're on holiday, so Broski is doing the most. Yeah, but now I can actually think sometimes in French, and I don't translate to English. When someone is speaking, I just understand it as French. That's a big step for me. So yeah, so we've made progress, guys. We've made progress. I actually speak, like, you know what, the problem for me is just confidence. Maître-moi, s'il te plaît. Oh, wow. Bravo. Huh? This is very good. Où est le chat? Oui. Où est la couverture? Oui. Où est le cousin? Oui, bravo. Bravo, I'm proud of you. Go and finish the coloring now. Then you can have a break and play with some toys. All right. Which week we gotta take my toy which week? Go and ask your dad. You're the one who didn't listen. You didn't listen, and he's the one who gave you the timeout. Close my door, please. Bye. Sorry, I had to check his work. So he has a workbook that I got for him so that he can do during the holiday, because if Marty has his way, he'll watch TV 24/7. Like today we actually had an argument, then he ended up getting his toys, some of his toys taken, not even all of them, but the ones he likes the most taken because he wasn't listening. He was like holding on to the remote like, I don't want to do any work. But at least now he's doing his work. He's learning how to write. Today's the letter C, and so we're doing words with the letter C and all that. But yeah, so it's going pretty well. It's going pretty good. I can actually, as you can see, I can actually help Martin with French work, and very soon it's going to be French homework. I mean, we just signed a contract for his school, his primary school. Can you guys believe that? They sent us everything, uniform list. So we're gonna have to go and buy uniform. We're not sure if we should buy uniforms now, because I feel like maybe he can grow. He's still at a stage where he's growing. So maybe June, July, August we'll start buying his uniforms, because it looks like there's a lot of uniforms to buy. Oh, but I actually prefer it that way, because a lot of the public schools here they wear clothes. And even some of the private that we saw when we were doing our tour, they wear clothes. But I don't want that, because it's actually more stressful on me, because you have to keep up with the trends. You know, this clothes is not nice, this clothes is nice. I just want to know that I'm paying this amount for uniform, that's what you wear. If we're buying clothes, we're buying weekend clothes. Weekend clothes are better to keep up with than keep up with someone's clothing needs every day. You know what I mean? If you want to wear different Nike sneakers every single day, I can maintain it for the weekend, but Monday to Sunday, I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. I don't even wear different shoes every day. Probably wear the same pair for weeks. But anyway, yeah. So that's actually exciting. We're preparing for Marty to go to school. I can't wait to go buy uniforms. I really can't wait. That's been like, you know, the highlight. You know, the hashtag that's always trending in January. What do they call it? Bundle of Joys. Our bundle of joys are going to school. So like everyone got to do it in January, because everyone in Marty's year, they all started grade 0 this year. But because we're in Canada, they start the grade 0 pre-K year in September and not in January. It's the same year, but just months later. So yeah, we have to wait until September, but it's coming. So anyway, yeah, that was my update for what's going on in the last vlog, right? In the last vlog, I thought that I was going to be able to come back and sit with you guys and go through my comments, but I wasn't able to do that. I want to make time for it today, definitely. But yeah, today I just want to tell you guys like how that day ended and how today started. Actually, let's start with how today started. So I have been, I'm recording. Okay, come in. Come in. What's going on?
Look.
What happened?
No, don't touch it.
Let's see.
Only look.
I want to come closer. I want to see what it is. I'm not going to touch it. What happened?
It's a blood.
How did you get it? How did you get it?
Skip this out.
It came to solve. Okay, don't worry. Go sit down and I'm going to come and put a bandage on you.
Daddy said on me, no, he's going to put a bandage. He said it's not a blood. But it's a blood.
But it's a blood.
Yeah, because blood is red.
Is it so?
Yeah.
I'm coming. The drama. I think he hurt himself, so he wants a bandage. Yeah, what was I saying? So we've been trying to. I've been trying to convert my South African education so that I can use it here for when we're like trying to apply for, you know, citizenship and all that stuff. I contacted my university. I went to University of Pretoria. So I contacted my university, when was it? In January. So we started doing this process in January, and then I did some forms, and then I tried to submit it. Then they said no, the university is the one that's supposed to submit it. So I contact the university. They tell me no, you're supposed to pay this amount of money. I pay the amount of money. I send them proof of payment. I send them the forms. I send them my reference numbers. I basically send them everything they need to do this, and then they tell me it's going to be processed in 5 working days. That was in January, around January the 20th. So I'm like, cool. So I wait until the end of January and nothing has happened. So I send an email. I'm like, hey, what's going on with my stuff? Nothing. No response. Okay, I wait a few more days. Hey, what's going on with my stuff? And then they reply, oh, sorry, we've got a huge backlog. So this is like almost like 10 working days later. We've got a backlog, but we're gonna get to it. Don't worry, it will be done by the end of this week. We did this dance, so I kept sending. Then after that, they never actually responded to me again, and I kept following up. Hey, what's going on? Hey, where's my thing? Where's my thing? For the whole of February, I was just trying to get my stuff done, so nothing came out of it. So when we entered March, I was like, no, let me start calling. So it's very expensive to call from here, so I bought 500 international minutes for $22 because it's pretty expensive, huh? To call from here to SA. It's expensive to call from anywhere internationally, right? So I start calling them. Do they pick up, guys? And the sad thing is that they close at 3. So for me to talk to them, I have to wait up until 1 a.m. because 1 a.m. is 8 a.m. It's always the time their office opens. But you all know in South Africa, no one answers the phones that early. So the first day I called until 2, no answer. Second day I called and around 1:30 someone answered. Second day was probably Monday this week. Monday? No, it was Tuesday. Yeah, Monday night. This Monday night. And then she answers. I'm like, hey, I want to check what's going on with my application. Then she checks the email. She's like, oh, my colleague's the one who's working on this. So let me follow up with her. She will have it done for you by the end of day. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't shout or anything over the phone, even though I was very angry. And I was like, cool, end of day is perfect for me. Then I hung up. And then I went to sleep. So the good thing about being in a different time zone is like when basically I go to sleep and when I wake up, it's almost end of day there. So I check my email. There's nothing. There's around 8. 8 is already 3 o'clock. I'm like, so no one has done anything because the office closes at 3:15. I'm like, I'm just going to wait until 10. So I waited until 10. I didn't get an email. West didn't contact me like your university uploaded your documents. So I'm like, okay, the university didn't upload my documents. So now, this is when I became a Karen, guys. I don't like being a Karen, but on that Tuesday, I was just really angry because I'm like, I've been calling for over a month. It's almost like 2 months now. Something that was supposed to take 5 working days. It's almost 2 months. I'm just waiting. Imagine if I had a job waiting for me. If I wanted to apply for a job and I had a job waiting for me and I needed my WES whatever letter or whatever, and I couldn't get it because these guys are just not doing it. And what made it worse is that it's not a free service. If it was a free service and I have to beg for you to do it, I get it. But it's a service where I paid, henceforth I paid money for you to do it. So I became a Karen. I wrote an email. Hi, I have been trying to follow up for, I basically applied to get this and this and this done the 20th of January, 2024. This service was supposed to take 5 working days. Therefore, I should have had it back by the 30th of January. But instead, here I am in March, still trying to follow up. No one answers my calls, and when they do, they make promises that they don't keep. No one wants to tell me the update. I've been sending emails. If you check this email thread, there's about 20, 30 emails from me without a response. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. And then in this email, I went and I searched everyone in the verifications department, the department where they do the verifications. I didn't know who the boss is, so I didn't even CC, I sent it to them all. There were 6 people. I put all their emails in there. On top of those 6 people, I searched the head of administration at the University of Pretoria. I looked for their email, I looked for their secretary's email, put it in there. I looked for the head of alumni relations and the office of alumni relations. I added those 2 emails. I even looked up the email of the vice chancellor and I put it in there. And in the email I wrote, I have CC'd the following people in this email. Dang, 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 dang. Hopefully someone in this email can find out why no one is helping me for something I paid for. Guys, I kid you not. I sent that email yesterday at 10 in the morning. I was just done. And I told myself, you know what? If I wake up today and nothing is done again, I'm going to start calling the offices of these people that I had 500 minutes. I could do it. I'm going to start calling these offices, head alumni relations, verifications, whatnot. And start calling to find out who can help me, right? So I basically, So that's what I basically did. And then I went to sleep today, and then I'm just like, keen. Guys, tell me why. Actually, I didn't even go to sleep. Tell me why. I was watching series actually this evening. Tell me why at 1:15 a.m. 1:15. So 1:15 here in Canada for me, like in my time zone, is 8:15 in South Africa, which means 15 minutes into shift today, girlie was somehow summoned to fix my request. My request was fixed in that first 15 minutes of the day. No one does anything in 15 minutes, guys. I've worked corporate before. You get to work at 8 o'clock to 8:15. You're getting coffee, you're getting tea, you're getting cookies, you're talking, chatting up your workmates. You're not working. And in this email I received from verifications, they sent me screenshots showing my documents being uploaded to WIS. On top of the screenshots, the head of alumni relations was CC'd. The head of verifications was CC'd. And the head of administration was also CC'd. For their attention. Guys, sometimes you have to be a Karen. But anyway, I'm sad that someone probably had to get into trouble for that to happen. But people should just do their jobs, right? If you're paid to do something, just do your job. It's not even that hard. So yeah, I finally got my waist stuff done, sorted. Like, so simple, such a simple thing, but it took so much. So that's finally done. So now I can tell you guys the story. This is gonna be like a story time vlog, because here I am, what, 18 minutes in, just talking. Wow. Anyway, that's my story with tax. They were dropping the ball, so I had to do what I had to do. And come to think of it, I've been actually doing very Karen things. I don't want to call them Karen things, because in my case, I was really standing up for myself after people were just taking me for a ride. Because the same thing happened. Like, if you watch the last vlog, I think some of the things that were supposed to happen, I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment, a telephonic appointment. Then we were gonna go see Brenner Boy. So I know I skipped that whole section where I went to see the doctor. Well, I was supposed to be called by the doctor. So this is what happened with that story. Okay, so you all know, like, I've talked about what do I want to say? Where do I want to start? I think this vlog is just, I'm just gonna call it let me vent, because I'm venting. Okay, so you know, I've talked about several times that healthcare here is very universal, and I'm so happy with it. Like, I've had no issues with healthcare, and like, even when I talk to my husband about it, it's like, healthcare, it's very good. Like, you get a very good quality of healthcare, even though it's like something you pay through your taxes. Which your taxes are mainly, by the way, because it's tax season right now, and I've just done my taxes, and I think I owe the government like 5K, so I have to pay those taxes. We'll do that in another vlog, because remember, I own a business, so in your I'm talking about so many things, but just to give you context, I own a business. So in the first year of your business, you don't necessarily pay taxes, because they don't know if your business is going to make enough money to be taxed, because there's like a minimum wage, right? And so you always work with what you did the year before that. So for me, it was my first year of business. So when they want to tax you, they don't even know if your business is going to flourish. So they wait for you to do a full year of business, see how much you've grossed, then they tax you. So of which it's been interesting, because I've realized how important it is to buy stuff, because buying stuff has made the difference between me paying between 15 and 20,000 in tax and paying almost 5,000. Because like, I made large purchases like these computers, iMacs, and you know, desks, everything. All those large purchases I was making last year, thinking that I'm just balling, I'm saving my booty from paying tax like this. But anyway, so yeah. Besides that, so yeah, we're in tax season. Yeah, universal medical aid. So I've just been having several health problems. And last year I discussed how I was diagnosed pre-diabetic and all that. But in January this year, it turns out that it's progressed into like type 2 diabetes. So I was put on like a regimen, right? So cut carbs and everything. But the thing about a regimen is, you're human, right? things go wrong. Sometimes you feel like, and the problem with diabetes, and I'm gonna have like a whole video where I just talk about it, because I feel like people take it very lightly, but it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest killer in this world right now that we live in. Because the problem is sometimes even people who stroke are stroking because of diabetes, not necessarily because you had hypertension or anything, but diabetes can trigger strokes, can trigger heart attacks, can trigger all these things, and then you die of a stroke and you think you had high blood pressure, but it was just diabetes. So it's a very scary thing to have. So in January I had my blood tests redone so that I can basically be put on the correct medication that I need to be on. And that was once again the end of January. It was even the 25th of January. I remember it was literally around the same time I was doing my verification stuff. And so I went for this test, and the results were supposed to come out 7 days later, which was the 1st of Feb. And on the 1st of Feb, the doctor calls me like, no, the lab messed up some of your tests, so you have to go and do another test. And then once you do the test, then I can give you your results. So I'm like, cool. I go the next day, I do the test, and then obviously the results are sent to the doctor, but then the doctor just went quiet. So I waited 2 weeks and I heard back nothing. Then I started calling the clinic and they don't answer. They don't answer like that. You have to go through the gap and then whatnot. So this is when we're talking about the system being funny, because I feel like everything is fine as long as everything goes right. So if your tests are all done and nothing goes wrong, no one forgets to do a test, it's fine. Everything is linear. But the minute you forget something and you have to go back to a step, you can fall off. And that's what happened to me. I fell off. And they forgot about me. So I had to call. I couldn't call or get through to anyone, because they're like, there's no option for test results. Your doctor's just supposed to call you and give you your test results. So I'm like, okay. So the nurse advised me to just go to the hospital that I got the test done and request to see the doctor. That's what I did. And then I called the hospital first, and then I got a secretary, and then I told her my issue, and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna send a note to the doctor. She sends a note to the doctor or whatever. She even sends me an email saying she sent a note to the doctor. I'm like, cool, great, my thing is finally fixed. 2 days later, I heard back nothing. Then we went to the hospital. Then I'm like, I'm here to get my results, because I was told by the nurse to come here and demand my results. Then they're like, no, the doctor is actually not in yet. It was around 3 or 4 in the evening. The doctor's not in yet. We don't know when he's supposed to come. You're supposed to be here by 3, but he's not here. So you can wait, but then he might even come at 7 in the evening, because, you know, people here work late. So you can go home, but I've taken a note and I'll get back to you. So this was on a Thursday. So I'm like, cool. Friday, I heard back nothing. Then we went into the weekend. And then on Monday morning, I woke up with an SMS with an appointment time for Thursday. Thursday, 7 p.m., the doctor's going to call you for your results. I'm like, amen. My prayers have been answered. So Thursday is the same day that we're going to Burna Boy, right? So my husband and I discussed, and we're like, since we want to hear what the doctor needs to say, let's wait at home until 7. I'll get my call, and then we can leave for Burna Boy at 7:30 and arrive there around, you know, around 8. And that's what we did. On Thursday, 7 o'clock, I'm there waiting by my phone because I do not want to miss the call. Nothing happens. 7:15, 7:30. This guy has not called me. So I look at my husband and I'm like, let's get going. But I think let's go to the hospital, because this guy is just not gonna call me. So at that point in time, at 7:30, we decide to go to the hospital. I get there at like 5 to 8, and they close at 8, by the way. I get there at 5 to 8. I tell the receptionist, the doctor was supposed to call me at 7. He didn't. So what's going on? And then she's like, no, let me call the doctor and find out what's going on. She calls the doctor. He's like, I have a lot of work, but I'll get to her. I'm gonna call her when I get to her file, whatever. But right now I'm doing something else. And I'm like, what do you mean when you get to my file? I had an appointment for a reason, right? You don't just make appointments when you don't know. If you lag behind, you always have to do things in the right appointment time. It's a call. It takes 5 minutes. Like, are you overbooked or something? And then she comes back and she tells me, no, he said go home, he's gonna give you a call tonight. And I'm like, you can't call me tonight because I'm on my way to a concert. There's no way that I'm going to be waiting there. Even if he starts calling me within Bonaboy, now I must tell everyone next to me, move, 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 run out and find silence so that I can talk to the doctor. No, he has to call me because I had an appointment. So I'm not gonna leave here until he calls me. And then obviously she's like, I can't do anything because I'm just a secretary. And I'm like, I understand you're just a secretary. She was very nice. But I told her, I don't want to die. I was being dramatic. So just tell the doctor that the lovely young lady refused to leave until you give her the results. She just wants her results so she knows what's going on. Because if it's not diabetes, that's the problem. She needs to be able to go and see another doctor and be able to do the things she needs to do. So please, can you tell the doctor this? So we sit in the reception area. It was the three of us, my husband, my son, and myself. And we sat there and we waited there for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, my phone rings. Who is it? It's the doctor. He just calls me as if nothing happened. He's literally in the next room, which is like the consultation room. He could have just called me into the consultation room, but I'm sure he probably thought I was mad and he didn't want to face me. But I was really calm. And yeah, he basically put me on the right meds, and you know, I finally got the right prescriptions and everything that I need to be doing. So yeah, then after that we went to Burner Boy, of which we get to the train station, and someone, I don't know, I think someone was trying to, I don't know, be funny, and so they jumped onto the train tracks, and then the whole train service was shut down for an hour. So we had to like Uber, but that was like pretty much our day. So like essentially I've just had to constantly stand up for myself so that things can be done regardless of where I am here. But the one thing I can tell you that's the difference between standing up for myself in a South African context and standing up for myself in a Canadian context is that here they take me seriously and my rights. In South Africa, even when I reached this girl to call her, she sounded so disinterested, like, why are you bothering me? I'm not even the one in charge of your case. I'm like, I get that you're not the one in charge of my case, but you are in this department, are you not? You know what I mean? You should be able to help me. Whereas here, you can literally go ham at the secretary. Not that I'm saying you should, but you can literally pour your heart out. Like, I can't remember, and they will listen to you. And she's like, you know what? Let's come up with a resolution together. Let's think about this. She's not gonna do something mad at you, like, you know, in SA, they will just tell you, Sissy, if you want to be helped, be nice. If you don't want to be helped, leave. They don't pay me enough to deal with you like this. You know what I mean? They do that. And here I was dealing with UP, which is supposed to be one of the better places to be getting better service, but it was still trash. So these things follow you everywhere you go. I mean, and I don't think I have an issue with the system here. I have absolutely nothing wrong with the system here because there's so much support, even with the whole diabetes management. Obviously, I'm going to make another video in time talking about it, but it's so efficient. I mean, they give you a free glucose meter. You get that for free. And then you get like the lancets and strips at a discount on prescription, basically. So I pay like lancets. I think the test strips for diabetes, for manual testing, are supposed to be $80–90 for a pack of 100. I only pay $25. Like, they make sure all that is done. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They hook you up with a physical person to deal with your physical requirements. And give you a plan to follow and all that stuff. So they make all the basic things available. And for me, this was the first time that the system fumbled for me. And I understand and take into account that it's not the system that failed, but the people running the system. Because it's human error. It will happen anywhere and everywhere. The system itself is very efficient. Like, my blood tests were already in my health booklet. I could see them online, but they don't show them to you so that obviously you don't panic reading your own results. Because reading those results, guys, they look kind of scary. To be just like, it's in French, right? So, okay, what's élevé? High. So to be like blood pressure, high, 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 high. Like, imagine you just go there and all these reds that say high, and you don't know what high. What does high mean? What's this value 6.2? What's this? You know, you need the doctor to actually explain it to you. So the system itself works, but the people within the system sometimes fumble, which is normal because that's how we are. We're all human beings, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I have done a lot of talking today, guys. I've done a lot of talking. Considering I didn't talk much in my last vlog, I owed you guys my voice. I owed you guys some of my voice, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm about to get started with work. It is Wednesday today, and I've got quite a bit of work to do. Where am I getting these text messages from? And then Marty did the craziest thing. So I bought something on Amazon. Right, I bought this thing. It's like a charger for basically your phone, your AirPods, and your watch. You can. So I wanted to put it on my bedside so that I don't need like, because right now my bedside was just looking gnarly. I have like my humidifier, and then I had my phone charger and my watch charger trying to be working there. I did not charge my AirPods there. I charged my AirPods in my office, but I didn't have the option to because there was not enough plugs there. So I just needed one plug for the three of them, and then I can have the humidifier. So this arrived for me today. And then, so when a package arrives, Marty doesn't know what's inside. So sometimes it's something for him, sometimes it's something for me, sometimes it's something for my husband. So since he's on holiday, he's actually seeing the packages arrive. So the other day, I got him something. It was something for him that he received, I think 2 days ago. And he was so happy. He was like parading it and everything. So today, this arrived for me. So he's like, let's open and see whose it is. So I open and I check and I'm like, oh, this is mine. It's for my phone. So I take it and I'm taking it to the bedroom. Then he looks at me and he's like, Mommy, why aren't you happy? I'm like, what do you mean? Then he's like, you just got something new. Why aren't you happy? And man, that has stuck with me the whole morning. That I'm just at a point where, you know, I don't know. It's the little things, right? Like I should be happy that my problem has been resolved, but I don't have the same amount of joy that he would have. Marty has joy in everything. Like, I mean, on, I think it was last Friday, he went with me to the pharmacy to pick up my medication, and he picked up a new toothbrush. And he was so happy. Everyone was being told, I have a new toothbrush, I have a new toothbrush, I have a new toothbrush. But like, I'm not saying that I should be going around saying, oh, but it should at least be like, wow, okay, I can get myself these things and be grateful. Like an air of gratitude that is missing, you know? I have that for big purchases. I mean, when I buy something big, like, I'm actually expecting something that I'm actually excited about. I got a carpet cleaner. I think it's supposed to arrive today. I got a carpet cleaner and I got a Ninja. I'm so excited for the Ninja. The carpet cleaner I'm also kind of excited for because I need it for my couch. We've been taking off the covers to wash them, but I feel like the washing machine is damaging them. So I want to do the manual clean. I'm not looking forward to that cleaning, but obviously it's something that I have to do. So I bought that little carpet cleaner and I bought a Ninja. I'm so excited for this Ninja. I probably will receive it during this vlog. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm so excited for this Ninja because one, I really wanted an air fryer, right? So I've just wanted an air fryer for the longest time, and I had one in my cart. But at the same time, I wanted an air fryer. I wanted a slow cooker or a pressure cooker because I like those meals, like when you make like soft taco and you nicely put everything in there. And when I cook my maguru, my tripe, I want it to be done in the pressure cooker. So I wanted both a pressure cooker and I wanted both an air fryer. I had both in my cart and both were Ninjas, I think. And then last week, I think on Saturday, I was on Amazon. I don't remember what I was looking for. And then I came across this thing called a Ninja Foodie. So I'm like, a Ninja has so many things. I mean, they've got so many things. They've got a machine that can create like fizzy drinks, like carbonated drinks for you, flavored however you want. I think I'm gonna get that because I buy a lot of carbonated drinks. I think you saw that. I buy a lot of 7-Up, zero sugar. I can replicate that in my own house. And they've got an ice cream maker where you put the fruit you want and some milk and it creates ice cream. I might get that too because that's also very good for me, you know. you know, managing my sugar levels. And then, so this foodie, I'm like, I've never heard of this. It's a 9-in-1 contraptment. You know, this is getting me so excited because it is a pressure cooker, right? But it's also a pressure cooker that is an air fryer. So you change up the settings and it becomes an air fryer. And then you change up the settings and then it becomes a pressure cooker. Like, that is so exciting. 2-in-1. That means it's gonna just take up one little space on my counter, and I can use it as a pressure cooker, and I can use it as an oven, I can use it as an air fryer. I can use it. There's 9 functions. I don't know all 9. I just was very interested in air frying and pressure cooking. That's where I'm at in adulthood. Anyway, guys, let me get to work, and then I think I'm gonna come back to respond to comments. Try keep that segment short and just respond to comments. But yeah, thank you guys for letting me vent today. For the longest time, I think I've been venting for 30 minutes. 30 minutes just venting. This is gonna be a long vlog. These days I'm doing long vlogs, and I think I actually enjoy longer vlogs. You guys can watch them. You can keep yourselves busy for the whole week. If you don't watch it at once, watch the first half and then watch the second half. It would be like I did 2 videos in 1 week, right?
There's a reason that we... Plus, start compressions. You belong to me, Leanne. This is much like a...
Hi, YouTube fam. Oh my god. Someone has been making a big mess in our house. Do you know who that someone is? Yes, say it out loud so that people know who it is. Say it. He's pointing at himself because he knows. Show them who's making a mess. Okay, so yesterday I got that carpet cleaner. I need to test it out. I don't think I'm gonna use it as yet because I don't know if it dries. Let's find an angle without backlighting. I don't know if it will dry the stuff, the couch, if I start doing it now, or I can do one side of the couch and then the other side. But anyway, now Marty and I are gonna test it out on the ottoman and see if it actually works and how it works. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Marty was watching Bluey. Are you ready to go back to school? You're going back to school on Monday. You know that? We're all excited. Why is this blade coming out like that? Why is it pulling itself? That is so strange. Yeah, you stay away from my blade.
Huh?
You stay away from my blade.
I stay away. Why?
So that you don't get hurt.
You took it off. The cut.
I took what off?
The cut.
The... Okay. I don't know what these parts are. I'll put these on the table. On the ottoman. Yeah. There you go. This is going to take a lot of thinking to assemble. What are all these parts? Okay, here is the little carpet cleaner. Okay. What else is in here? A manual. And it comes with a little, like, carpet cleaner. That's it, huh? You can put these boxes back inside. So after trying it on the
Mommy,
ottoman,
I want you to do it by the back.
wait, the ottoman is not dirty as such. It's cleaning it, like it looks like it's cleaning it, but because it's not dirty, I can't really see if there's like any real dirt coming out of there. So let's actually try it on the couch. Because this part of the couch has not been cleaned since. Okay. That's enough, that's enough. That's enough. Thank you. So I don't know if you can see that it's spraying water. So I'm not gonna clean the whole couch today. We can clean the whole couch. When are we out of the house? On, or I shouldn't do the whole couch. I think I'm gonna do the couch in sections. So let's say I can actually wash this big cushion today.
I want to wash this color.
No, you can't wash colors, please.
Why?
I'll wash this side. Let's wash this big cushion and this side of the couch, since I already put water in solution. And then we can do another section so that people can have place to sit that's not going to be wet. So that's what I'm gonna do with Marty right now. I did one piece of our sectional, and this is basically all the dirt, guys. Like this one piece here, this on the top even. I didn't even go on the sides or underneath, and it produced this. So yeah, wow.